Daily Soap Dish. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button down below because we cover a ton of 90 Day Fiancé right here on the channel. All right, guys, so today we have a story for you about Paul Stale and Karine Stale, and we have a custody update. Now, as you guys know, these two have lost custody of their kids in the last couple of months or years because they're just so dysfunctional together. They're dysfunctional when they're apart. There's just a lot of dysfunction and toxicity in this couple's life. And so they finally lost custody of their kids, as many people were calling for them to do. So what is this update today? Let's go and check it out. This comes from In Touch Weekly right over here. So 90 Day Fiancé star Paul claims that cousin took sons out of state amid Karine and CPS custody battle. This is a very sad, tragic situation for the kids because they are being brought up in this super toxic, very messed up couple's life. And of course, we know that Paul has a slew of problems. He was accused of burning down a house when he was younger. And Karine also has her own issues, mainly leaving Paul and then finding different kinds of other men around. And so all of this has been brought upon the kids, which is really very hard to see. So let's see what the story says here. So 90 Day Fiancé star Paul revealed that Karine's lawyer is reportedly working on filing contempt of court charges against Paul's family member after his cousin allegedly took his young sons, Pierre and Ethan, out of state without the permission of Child Protective Services. Shockingly, my cousin has taken my kids to Alabama, so CPS has notified Karine that she will no longer get visits because our children are no longer in Kentucky. Paul, who is now 40, claimed via his Instagram stories on Monday, June 5th. My cousin purposely took our kids out of state after a motion was filed for them not to leave Kentucky so Karine could have her visits. Now, In Touch previously confirmed that Paul's cousins filed a motion on May 22nd to obtain permanent custody of their children. According to the documents viewed by In Touch, their motion was supposedly by an affidavit submitted by a worker for the Cabinet for Health and Family Services, and a copy of the motion was sent to Paul, Karine, and legal representation. Now, Karine gets no visits. The prosecutor wouldn't hear Karine's motion, saying to her lawyers that my cousin would be in court on the 7th, but in reality, she will be in Alabama. He continued, Karine is court-ordered weekly visits, which my cousin is denying her. Just a crazy, shocking situation. Paul's family, of course, getting involved. Just a crazy situation all around. The 90 Day Fiancé, before the 90 Days alum, revealed he previously was almost jailed for contempt when he missed his visitation with the kids. However, he hoped Karine's new legal team would work on contempt of court charges against his cousin for violating several court orders. Removing our children without the judge's permission from Kentucky, prevention of Karine's visits, he listed in a statement, not appearing in court since Zoom is banned in our hearings, among other things. The TLC alum previously claimed that his cousin, whose name he did not reveal, has instructed Pierre, who is 4, and Ethan, who is 15 months, to refer to her as Mom, and Karine, 27, as her first name. Now, she is adamant that they have zero future contact with myself, Karine, or any of Karine's family, he wrote, alleging that his cousin said Karine's native Brazil was a poor country where they abused children. Viewers first met Paul and Karine on season 1 of 90 Day Fiancé before 90 Days in 2017. They tied the knot in November of that same year, and they welcomed their sons Pierre in March 2019 and Ethan in February 2021. The TLC alums experienced many ups and downs in their relationship before calling it quits in December 2021 after a clip circulated online that showed the pair allegedly involved in a physical fight inside their Kentucky home, and months later they lost custody of Pierre and Ethan to CPS in June 2022. Since losing their sons, the pair have been working together to gain custody back. They even rekindled their romance. In Touch confirmed that they were officially back together as of April 2023. So you could see here the update in the story for these two. So, you know, they were too toxic together. So basically, they lost their kids and then they got back together to try to get their kids back. I honestly never really quite understand what's going on with Paul, especially Paul, but Karine as well. I don't know what's going on with them. I don't know what's going on in his mind. It's very obvious that these two are not compatible, and it's been that way for years. There's been so many accusations of abuse. I think Karine even accused Paul of rape. It's been a while since I last covered this couple, but there has been so many nasty allegations, and you have to think that when these kids are grown up and they go on the internet and they read all these stories about their parents, my goodness, they are going to be, I don't know what the word is here, but it's not going to sit well with them. And so now all of a sudden, because they are toxic together but also toxic apart, they get back together, and now they want to see their kids again. And Paul's cousin is not letting them do that, taking the kids out of state, at least according to Paul. So like that, it's preventing Karine and I guess himself from seeing the kids. Just a really messed up situation all around. I'm not sure if we can really buy everything that Paul is saying either. There's probably more to the story than we just saw it there. We can only imagine what is truly going on because we just know this the story of this couple. Let's see what's going on with Paul and Karine on Instagram. So it's still some old pictures here. Paul, this was his last post on Instagram. He's not very active. This was in Brazil. Paul kind of being silly or stupid, as you want to say it, just posting something kind of silly. From the fans of the movies Dances with the Wolves and Ace Ventura comes a new romantic comedy, Dances with Sloths, or Detective Gringo Loco. So this is when Paul was in Brazil. Let's see what he's posting in his stories. So he's sharing here. So, Dr. Guarana, obrigado aos clientes. I'm not sure what that says. I don't know if there's anything. I guess this is somebody reacting to videos that he's sharing on here. This is probably another Brazilian girl. Paul shares a lot of Brazilian content on his socials. Elisa Gomez. Paul was involved, I believe, with another Brazilian girl during his split from Karine. And let's see what Karine is up to here. So this is her last post from April 21st. God help me stand on my feet. I often feel tired and discouraged, but I believe I'll win this fight, and soon I will be with my boys close to me. I only ask that you keep me firm and that faith never shakes. Amen. And then somebody asked, why didn't his mom get custody? Perhaps neither of them should have them. So you could see here the people are wondering exactly what's going on. Somebody's saying that his mom is probably too old to get custody of the kids. I just want to see if Karine replied here. She doesn't look like she did. This is another post by her. This is in, I believe, Rio, or at least it looks like Brazil for sure. Persistence, and she did not post anything to her stories recently. So you can see that they very much want to get their kids. I think that they both realize that they kind of screwed up, and now it's too late. I mean, it's very obvious that the situation that they had established for those kids was just too toxic, and the kids should have been removed from there, and were removed, perhaps should have been removed earlier. Now, I guess the next step for them is to try to prove that they are now going to be reformed, and they're going to be able to provide a good and healthy environment for those kids, but it's going to be tough to bring those kids back once you lose them like that. So this is the update I wanted to bring to you guys. Let me know what you guys think. It's been a while since we spoke about Paul and Karine. 90 Day Fiancé does not bring them back on the show. I think they are just too toxic for the show. So 90 Day Fiancé does not bring them back. Perhaps they should. They're bringing some really toxic people, some really despicable people. So I'm not exactly sure where they're drawing the line in the sand at Paul and Karine, but perhaps they should bring them back. Perhaps it would, I don't know, perhaps it would help change things. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about this whole situation. Do you guys think that Paul and Karine deserve to get their kids taken away? Do you think that they should get those kids back? Do you guys think that Paul and Karine getting back together is legit, or do you think that they're just getting back together now because they have lost their kids and they're trying to prove to the judges that perhaps they shouldn't have, and they want to look more stable for custody purposes? So let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Would you ever want to see Paul and Karine back on the show? I'm not sure that we should. One of the craziest, most toxic couples ever. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Give it a big thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button down below for more content right here on Daily Soap Dish. And we'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.